Hi, this is Jazz Rocks with Adam, and I'm going to teach you the 10 steps that I do to learn a new jazz standard. These steps will get you set up to know the tune so well, you'll feel confident in any setting. You jank. If you're just getting started, I suggest pick a song that you have some kind of an emotional connection to in some way. It can be simply just a song that you like. That's enough of a connection. For now, don't learn a song just because you think you're supposed to. In your earlier stages, you don't want any barriers to impede your memorization of a new song. Learning a song you don't like just may be your first hurdle that you may not get past. I think the first thing to do is learn the melody. Try singing along to a recording so that you get the melody in your ear, and it will help you remember the song forever. Ba-be-doo-doo-dum, ba-be-dum, ba-da-doo-dum, da-be-doo-be-doo, boo-da. If you know the melody, it usually helps you remember the chord changes. More on chord changes soon. Now, learn the melody on your axe. Keep singing along if you have to. Even better, unless you're a horn player, because you got to put the horn in your mouth. Okay, this part is really important. Whether it's by ear or using a lead sheet or fate book, which I suggest only using as a last resort if you have trouble with a certain section or passage, is to study the song and learn it by batching. What do I mean by batching? Analyze the chord progression in chunks of recognizable patterns. Think of it as some smaller chord devices that are strung together to create a whole. For instance, the song starts off with a 1-6-2-5 in F. This happens a lot in other tunes as well. Once you recognize this, you'll hear it in songs all the time. Now you have a 3-6-2-5. Essentially, it's still a 1-6-2-5. Because the 3 chord has the same function as the 1 chord, it is often substituted for the 1 chord. Even if you play the 3 chord and someone else plays the 1 chord, it won't even cause a bump in the road. No one will bat an eyelash. This time around, on the second ending, we have a 2-5, but B flat this time. Again. Guess what? 2 5s are going to happen in a lot of tunes. Then a 2-5-1 in G flat. Again. Then a 2-5 in the key of D. Again. And instead of cycling back to a 2-5 in B flat, where you expect it to go next, it reverts back to a 2-5-1 in G flat. Again. Then a 2-5 to lead you back to the key of F. Again. Anyway, you see what I mean? It ends nearly the same as the first A section, but compresses a 3-6-2-5 and a 1-6-2-5 into 2 measures each. If you tune into these devices or chord phrases, you'll start to hear them in other songs, and it makes learning each new song easier and quicker. Now, that was a simple version you might see in a book. These are the chord changes to the song that most people play. However, Make sure you check out recordings of the song you're learning and listen to what others have done before. Don't trust the fake book. We're going to use these chord changes moving forward. So now the next thing to do is map out the root motion of the chords. In other words, play a super simple bass line, just whole notes and half notes. Now, put the bass notes and the melody together. Play the thirds and sevenths of all the chords. If you want to know more on comping with thirds and sevenths, check out this great lesson here. The next step would be to use some shell voicings and comp some Freddie Green style chords. Now play the melody with simple chords. You can also play thirds and sevenths and sneak a tension note in whenever you can. Play chord tones on beats 1 and 3. This will get you set up to be able to keep track of where you are when you're improvising through the song. You're hitting important notes that spells out the harmony. It also cements you knowing the changes and not getting lost in the song. going for more than one time through the song. Don't forget to get a copy of the lesson at Patreon or at my store. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Thanks. And check out these other awesome videos to my right, your left, your other left. Don't trust the Facebook. Facebook? Don't trust the Facebook? If you want to know more on comping thirds and sevenths, check out this somewhat great lesson. Somewhat great lesson?